How are we all doing? How are we all doing, chat? How are we all? I need to sort this out 1 minute. Give me 2 seconds. I just need to sort something out.
I was quick.
Hmm?
I was quick.
I'll turn it up.
No, it's alright. You're fine.
Good, because for some reason it's not turning up anymore. No. Oh, it's showing Arsenal. I don't want it to be Arsenal. Oh no. Alright, well I'll do this. First chance of the game right there goes to Manchester City. Gundogan. I'm gonna keep my headphones off because I'm putting them on. Haaland with a beautiful ball out wide towards De Bruyne. Gundogan's on the inside. De Bruyne cuts in to Grealish. Grealish with a nice cross. Gundogan unmarked in the middle. Should have done better. Look at that. Just way over. Should have done better there. That's poor from Gundogan.
Look at your hair.
Alright, okay. Leave my hair alone. Wait, here's one. I'm 20 seconds behind, so we'll have to do something about that. But Man City are on the break again. Gundogan, over the top ball. Yeah, it's not going to reach him.
Alexa, play Red Ruby Seed.
Newcastle on the attack. Gets deflected, gone out for a corner. Nathan Ake put his head on the line there because it hit him in the eye.
I want to do that.
She wants to do that, chat. She wants to do that. Do what?
Looks cool, innit?
Yeah, looks well fun.
I want to do it.
Newcastle corner. Newcastle have whipped it in. Going towards the back stick. There's a header, but it's been cleared. But it's not fully cleared. There's a fumble in the box, and I believe that was either Foden or Gundogan who's just hoofed the ball into the air. Grealish on the ball now. Bruno Guimaraes tackling him. It's going out for a Man City goal kick. So Man City goal kick, not bad. Right now, it's just a bit of, just a bit of possession in midfield, just pretty sloppy football, if that makes sense. No team can get it under control or anything like that. Tomorrow, guys, at 4:30, we will be doing the Man United Liverpool game as well. We are definitely doing that, so make sure you're there. Anyway, so Man City throw in Man City's third side of half, gets through to the halfway line. Beautiful play from Foden and Haaland. De Bruyne not doing what he normally does, and that's a bad pass. He saw Grealish, but it just wasn't good enough. Ball's being played back to Nick Pope, who's hoofed up the field towards Callum Wilson, but Ruben Dias has successfully intercepted that right there. Newcastle now just playing like they've been playing all season. Very, 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 very controlling. You know, they seem to be playing very smartly as well and not making a mistake, thinking their choices through, which is what you want to see. Nick Pope has just smashed the ball out of his goal line, and Ruben Dias is there to head the ball down. Nathan Ake on the left side, and here he comes in now. To Grealish. Grealish to Gundogan. Gundogan to Walker. Walker to Rodri. Ake to Rodri. And it's played back. There's currently 9 Man City players in Newcastle's half right now. But Newcastle are piling on the pressure. They're not letting it be an easy game for Man City. Man City are just doing what they are always doing, which is being possessive on the ball. Newcastle on the ball, Jolinton tries to play a low ball in, but Kyle Walker's there to meet it. Rodri to Ruben Dias. Dias to Grealish, who's cutting all the way from the left wing. He's practically playing in a CDM role. Oh, a mistake by Man City, but Rodri. Poor pass from Kyle Walker. Put Man City under the cosh, but Rodri with a vital touch, and Edison came and collected the ball. This is some very sloppy football from Man City right now. This is not the Man City I've been watching also. Well, it is actually, because it's not been the best of seasons, but we move. Diaz now to Ake. Ake to Gundogan. Gundogan in the middle to Rodri. Gundogan to Ake. Ake to Grealish, who's hogging that sideline. He can't get any more off that field without the ball being out of play. Edison, calm as you like, just a nice simple pass to Rodri. And here we go again. Gundogan tries to play a pass, but Bruno Guimaraes is sticking to De Bruyne like glue to wood. And that's a beautiful ball from Bruno Guimaraes. It's Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon lines it up, takes a shot, but hits it. And Kyle Walker uses his strength just to put enough on Anthony Gordon. And Bruno Guimaraes has gone down here. This could be an early substitute. That was Anthony Gordon's chance. That would have been his statement for Newcastle. All he had to do was take the shot, but he slipped. As he took the shot, because he was lining it up, his right foot touched the ball and he swung with his left. Oh no, it wasn't Bruno Guimaraes, it's Joelinton who's down, sorry. And I believe that's Joe Willock warming up on the sidelines. This could be a very early substitute for Newcastle. And an effective one as well, because Joelinton is definitely bullying that midfield. Here's the challenge here. He just stood his ground in Joelinton and Foden went down. I don't know why he went down holding his ankle, didn't touch him, but Joelinton stood his ground. I think he might have just like pulled a muscle or something. He seems to be alright now, he seems to be walking on it, which is good. And Man City restart the game with Kyle Walker on the ball to Ruben Diaz, then to Akanji. And Man City have lost the ball just inside the Newcastle half, and Newcastle have regained position of the ball. Here's Joelinton now on the ball. Anthony Gordon to Bruno to Joelinton. That is some beautiful, nice little bit of play. And Joelinton with a nice bit of skill as well. Sean Log, I think that was Longstaff, didn't really do anything there. Joelinton tried to make the switch play, but Longstaff headed it away. And De Bruyne with a nice little bit of agility used, making a beautiful little pass, made over the top ball to Haaland, who stood his ground. And there's the Man City player, De Bruyne, going in for the ball. Gundogan on the edge, fake shot, he's gone down, and the referees gave a free kick. That was a bit of a delayed reaction, to be fair, from Gundogan, but the referee has gave the free kick in a very promising position just outside of D. This is definitely De Bruyne range, but it was a very delayed one. Like, he's made a meal of it there. He rarely touched him. I wouldn't say like he didn't mean to do it. He just turned his body away as Gundogan was pushing towards him, and as he turned his body away, Gundogan just tripped over Joelinton's left foot. Not Joelinton, Bruno Guimaraes' left foot, and Man City have won a free kick. Nick Pope is organising the wall, but that is one tall wall. That is Newcastle have got one of the tallest teams in the Premier League. Nick Pope has played his wall. Bruno Guimaraes is sitting underneath the wall. De Bruyne is over this, he's looking at the goal. Man City have made an individual wall next to it. De Bruyne with a shot, and it's gone over the bar. A bit too much power on that. Unlucky from De Bruyne, but so far both teams have had some good chances. De Bruyne was looking for the far post and not the near, and it didn't put off. We are about to restart this game with Nick Pope over the ball. Ruben Diaz wins the ball in the air, and it's a Man City foul. I believe that was on Ruben Diaz. I think it was Callum Wilson, Ruben Diaz, who had the ball there, and Nathan Ake's over his free kick. Ake to Ruben Diaz. Diaz down towards Akanji. Akanji back towards Edison. But he instead plays the ball to Rodri, who hoops it up, and it meets nobody, just meets a Newcastle defender. And Newcastle, just like that, have regained possession, but Nick Pope again As soon as he gets the ball, he's blasting up the field. But I don't think you're going to beat Man City's defenders today. Eddie Howe looking over now. I don't think Eddie Howe's very happy with the distribution from Nick Pope. Newcastle have restarted the game. The ball is back to Nick Pope again, and again just hoofing it up the field. Newcastle are giving away the possession so much here, but they do win the second balls. Nick Pope again blasts it up the field to Callum Wilson, but Ruben Diaz is there to meet Callum Wilson, and Man City have regained possession with Rodri in the middle, who's passed it towards Ake, then passed it to Akanji. Beautiful foul Gundogan in the middle of the field. Gundogan with a very heavy pass, but Jack Grealish has done well. Tries to slither his way through, but the Newcastle defender does meet him. Here's Akanji now with another very heavy pass, but Gundogan does his best to get a pass off towards Jack Grealish. Rodri sees the run of Foden, and Foden's cut inside. Yeah, Foden's on a run. Foden! Oh, it's 1-0! It's 1-0! It's the man in form. He's continuing his form from Bristol City, and that's Phil Foden. What a finish. What a finish, my son. Botman is not happy with that. Phil Foden has just slipped through about 4 Newcastle players with a tidy little finish as well. This is some beautiful play. Nick Pope, should he have done better there? I think he had faith in his defenders, but the Newcastle defence just couldn't handle the agility from Foden. I'm watching this again. Rodri with a beautiful pass to Foden on the right side here. And in Foden, instead of going down the wing, cuts inside. He beats 1 man, he beats 2, he beats 3, beats 4, and then he went near post against Nick Pope. Very, very, very world-class finish, if I say so myself. This kid is going places. What a finish. What a finish. Look at that. Near Pope. Oh, it took a deflection off Botman. It was going to go far post. So Nick Pope did predict right, but the deflection did not help. And that is 1-0 Manchester City. We have restarted. We have. Man City now using that momentum to try to make a second goal, but right now Newcastle have got the ball in the middle of the field. It's Anthony Gordon who plays a beautiful pass. It's Callum Wilson on the edge. Beautiful pass, and it's a shot. Oh, but Longstaff couldn't get his shot away. He's regathered the ball. It's Trippier who's crossed it into Joelinton, but the headed back cross goal just meets a Man City player. Very shaky from Man City there. Longstaff should have done better, but he's cleared to the ball. Unlucky from, I believe that's Bruno Gamera. Anthony Gordon, sorry, he was trying to do a fancy little flick in. It didn't work. Newcastle now are piling on the pressure. That's a beautiful ball in, but Ruben Diaz is there to intercept the cross. Man City have regained position. Now here comes De Bruyne, who sees Haaland. And Haaland's running, and Lascelles does a beautiful tackle. He won the ball all fair and square. That's one thing that's rare this year. Someone's actually put Haaland to the floor. Newcastle starting their attack again, but a bad ball from Trippier. Gundogan intercepts the ball. De Bruyne to Foden. Foden trying to do an outside the foot cross.
I don't understand. I said to him, I'm going to bring
That ball isn't on the corner, but the referee said it is. De Bruyne giving the signal. Crosses it in. Far stick. Only meets the Newcastle player. And that's a beautiful tackle. I believe that's from Ruben Diaz. And Man City have regained possession, but there was a foul in that. And now Newcastle have won a free kick in the third quarter of their half.
Bring it. bring it. It's not it.
Here's Newcastle now on the ball, on the attack.
He's not it. What do you mean? No violation, relation.
Man City restart. It's back to Edison. Edison to Akanji. Akanji up towards Ruben Diaz. Diaz to Ake. He's got a bit of space in front of him and plays the ball to Grealish. Grealish, yeah, again, cutting in from the wing.
Literally, this is really, I'm going to bring it in. I mean,
Go on.
you have to be nice.
That's beautiful skill from Foden to find Haaland.
And then that. So he said
Nearly
that
found
nice to
Gundogan.
meet your dead. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said that.
De Bruyne wins the ball back in the last third.
So he put laughing faces.
Deep crossing, but it's gone out of play.
Why bring it? What does he mean? Why bring it?
Man City now. Just hoofed the ball out the defence. Newcastle have regained possession. And they start with Bruno Guimaraes, who passes it off to Joelinton. Joelinton back to Bruno. Bruno. So I believe that's Dan Burn. Dan Burn back towards Botman. Botman back to Pope. Pope getting pressured by Haaland, who hoofs up the field. Man City regain possession from Nick Pope's goal kick. Man City have passed it all the way back to Edison. Grealish on the ball gets tackled.
Hello.
Man City now have regained possession.
He's like doing magic. He's like, oh, bring him, I'll make him a burger, and then put Halloween signals next to it like.
Beautiful play from Grealish. Absolute beautiful play.
Don't worry about us with Strange.
You good?
We don't even talk in normal language.
Grealish out towards.
I like
I
Grealish.
believe that's Ruben Diaz to Kanja. Kanja all the way back to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker all the way back to Edison. So Man City have just had it in the third half of the field, and within 5 seconds it's gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. Wonderful. Edison, beautiful goal, beautiful kick towards Grealish, who then passes it to De Bruyne, who does a beautiful switch to Foden, who controls it world class. Kyle Walker on the overlap, cuts in, but it's cleared out by Newcastle defender. Newcastle on the break. Callum Wilson goes down looking for a foul, but the referee said that they were both impeding, so he's not going to blow. Grealish now on the ball to De Bruyne. De Bruyne to Diaz. Diaz to Ake. Ake to Grealish. Grealish all the way back towards Diaz. Diaz back towards Edison for like the 50th time this game. I think Man City right now just calm down the tempo of this game. Kyle Walker to Gundogan. Gundogan to De Bruyne. De Bruyne towards Grealish. Grealish is on the edge. Cuts in again. Grealish on the edge. Finds Haaland, who tries his best to get past Dan Burn, but Dan Burn wins that. Oh no, it wasn't Dan Burn, it was Botman, sorry. Who wins the battle against Haaland. Yes, Newcastle defence are really, really good this year. There's a reason why they've conceded the least amount of goals in the league. But they have conceded one today, the Man City.
Sorry.
Here's Ake to Rodri. Rodri drops his shoulder, but passes back towards Kanja. Kanja drops a shoulder as well, forcing the play to Gundogan. Gundogan to De Bruyne. De Bruyne tries to get through to Haaland, but Jamal Lascelles does his best yet again. Haaland is the Man City are getting the ball to him, but the Newcastle defence are just absolutely doing great to mark Haaland. Newcastle gave the ball away cheaply to Grealish, to De Bruyne, who takes a shot but gets blocked. Newcastle have regained position in the middle of the field, but then Man City have just done a beautiful interception with Phil Foden, and just like that, Man City have yet again regained possession. Defensively, Newcastle have been very good this game, but the attacking side has just not been on. It's just not been on it. Here comes Rodri now to Gundogan. Gundogan to Ake. Ake back to Gundogan. Diaz to Rodri. Rodri to Grealish. Grealish back to Rodri. Poor ball from Rodri to De Bruyne, and Newcastle are on a break. Here's Anthony Gordon now on the ball to Joelinton. Joelinton back towards Botman. Botman plays it back to Joelinton. Oh no, Bruno Guimaraes, sorry. Bruno to Jamal Lascelles. Jamal Lascelles back to Botman. Botman down to left side to Dan Burn. To Anthony Gordon to Bruno. Bruno sees the switch to Trippier, who's in a lot of space. Nathan Ake is trying his best to close him down. Trippier with a cross, only to meet Akanji's feet. Gundogan with a great control. Beautiful pressure from Gordon. And now Man City could be away. Gundogan to De Bruyne. De Bruyne finally the pass to Foden. Foden cuts in on his left, shoots, but gets blocked by the Newcastle defence again. To Nick Pope. Nick Pope down towards the left side to Dan Burn. Dan Burn sends Foden on his feet. And I believe Bruno Guimaraes is down this time. He's holding his ankle. I don't know if he's twisted it or something, but I believe Almiron said that he's twisted it from the looks of it. looks like the ball is getting restarted. Out of focus. Newcastle have got a throw hitting the halfway point of the field, just by the technical area. Danburn to Joelinton to Botman to Lascelles takes it out, hoofs it up the field on the right side, trying to get to Almiron, but Nathan Ake is there's Grealish on the ball now. Takes it around two Newcastle players and plays it back towards Ake, then places it into Rodri, he then places it back to Ruben Diaz, and Ruben Diaz has just got the ball, dropped the shoulder, doing a bit of a run right now. But it's passed it back to Ake. Ake trying to play that silver pass through to De Bruyne, who was a bit late on the challenge there, I believe that was Bruno Guimaraes, and Bruno is not having an easy game. De Bruyne is exhausted, I can see the redness in his cheeks. He might be coming off at around maybe the 50th, 60th minute mark. That's what Pep does the best. That's how you know De Bruyne's had a good game.
Because I'm a scruffy cunt. Sorry. I just have these things in my brain.
Newcastle free kick through the halfway line. Makes Edison come off his line and punches it clear. Only to meet Trippier, who then... Edison then gets the ball in both hands and makes a fumble, but the referee's not blown. Joelinton's over it, drops the shoulder, but Kanji uses his strength and gets it to Grealish, who then passes it up towards the field to Rodri, then to De Bruyne. Haaland is busting a move right through the centre. Grealish is also in the centre. De Bruyne's on the wing, crosses the ball in, but it's a low cross and Lascelles is there to meet it. Cam Wilson picks it up and passes to Almiron.
At least your mum knows when anyone's
Almiron to Joelinton. To Rodri, who's closed Joelinton down. Set up Foden. Ruben Diaz to Jack Grealish to Nathan Ake. Just hit the 34th minute nearly.
I need to find my cocks.
Yes, over towards Kyle Walker. Switches the ball beautifully to Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish with a ball in, beautiful. Haaland's there! Oh, and it's just missed the net. Inches away from the post. That was a beautiful ball in from De Bruyne. Haaland did actually win the battle in the air this time, but it just wasn't a good enough connection to score a goal. Beautiful dummy run from Gundogan, and Haaland just couldn't get there in time. He got a good connection, but it just drifted away from the net. Pep's very well. I'll say Pep ain't annoyed. He's a bit gutted that he missed. But Haaland releasing his frustration by doing his war cry into the field. Grealish does a tackle on Almiron, who goes straight to the ground.
No.
10 minutes left of this first half. I can't see that there'll be a lot of stoppage time, maybe 2-3 minutes max. It's been a pretty clean game. Man City have had 6 attempts on goal and 1 shot on target, which was the goal from Foden. Newcastle have had the 1 attempt, which I think just proves how dominant Man City have been this game, like they always have been all season, just like they always are. Anthony Gordon to Jolinton. Jolinton back to Bruno. Bruno up towards Botman, sorry. Botman to Bruno, to Jolinton. Jolinton to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon into Bruno. Bruno Gomes plays a nice little 1-2. Dan Burns just held the ball up there. He's found a bit of space for himself. Didn't care about the space this time. It's got to Jolinton. And now it's Botman on the ball. Newcastle have just gathered the possession of the ball in the centre of the field. And here's Anthony Gordon now. Anthony Gordon inside towards, I believe, Botman, who plays a beautiful ball over the top to Trippier, who heads it down, Callum Wilson shoots, but he mistimes it. And that was a great chance for Newcastle. Dan Burn runs down, gets the ball, passes it back to Bruno, Bruno to Jolinton, back to Bruno.
Where's your sister?
Longstaff, and it's gone to Trippier over the top to Longstaff, to Bruno, and then it gets intercepted, and Man City are now on the break. Here's Grealish on the ball, plays it inside to Haaland, who plays it back towards Gundogan. De Bruyne trying to find Haaland back stick, but it just wasn't a good enough ball. It was too deep, and Nick Pope was going to win the race. Callum Wilson has, I believe, tripped up. This was a beautiful ball from Botman. Look at that. Trippier with a beautiful header down, but just a missed time of the shot. This is just so annoying, because if it was someone like Isaac or something, I think they would have taken that chance a lot better. But here comes Gundogan now to De Bruyne. De Bruyne tries to look up. I think right now Man City are just trying to play over the top balls to Haaland, and Newcastle are doing really well to stop that. But here comes Ruben Diaz on the wing towards Grealish. Grealish to Ake. Ake in midfield towards Rodri. Towards Akanji. Akanji to Walker. Walker cuts on the inside to Foden. Foden cuts on the inside. Haaland slips but still recovers the ball. De Bruyne whips the ball into the middle. Trippier's there to block it and deflect it. Walker out to Akanji. Akanji to Diaz. Diaz to Rodri. Rodri to Diaz. Diaz over the top ball to De Bruyne on the right wing now. To Walker.
I've let the dog away. Sorry, where did he go?
Underneath the bed.
Uh-oh.
Run at Foden.
Uh-oh.
Man City have won a late corner just short of the 40th minute. De Bruyne with a cross in. The defence, Newcastle's offence clear it away, but only to meet Kyle Walker, who passes out to Grealish. Grealish back to Walker. Man City have still got all their players in that set, and the Newcastle half. Dan Burn headed away from Gundogan's.
Do you want to do makeup?
Hello.
I have like 2 hours.
I disabled him. Hi Dad, hi Lee. Here comes Diaz now.
Sorry, it's Chloe.
Okay. Diaz to Rodri. Rodri to Haaland. And then Haaland was going to be fucking Edinburgh's calling me, man. I don't understand. The name's not talking to us. Here comes Kyle Walker now to Akanji. It's gone in the midfield towards Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz to Akanji again. Akanji to Diaz. Diaz back towards Edison. Edison clears the ball to Haaland, who takes a beautiful touch to De Bruyne. De Bruyne cuts in.
I can hear myself on his streams.
And Newcastle have done very well to regather the ball there. It's now Jamal Lascelles to Botman. Botman up towards Trippier. Trippier, beautiful ball into Longstaff. Newcastle, can they grab a late equaliser just before the half time? Here comes Almiron now, busting down the wing. Who plays it off to Trippier, who cuts in, slips, but still has possession of the ball. Who lays it off, but Gundogan is there to meet it with a beautiful flare of a back heel to Ake to Grealish, and Grealish is just, that's a foul on Grealish. Man City players are appealing for a card right now, but there is nothing being given. Beautiful bit of 1-2 between Grealish and Ake there, but it just stops the momentum of the ball. Edison starts the game. Who's the ball up towards Jack Grealish? I did not say serious, so get off my phone. But it's going out of play, and it's a Newcastle throw just inside the Newcastle half. Coming up to 2 minutes left, not including injury time. You have the Arsenal badge behind the Newcastle badge. Yeah, I know, I tried to change it last minute, but I didn't have time. I'm fuming. Wait, it's fine. I'll just have to make the Newcastle badge a bit bigger. There you go. Now you can't see the Arsenal badge. Sorry,
That's disgusting behaviour. What do you mean?
well, it's the game, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll get rid of Arsenal badge. All right.
Well, we're not with Arsenal. I play Man City, right?
Admit it.
What?
And I'll come back in.
I meant what?
You know, admit what?
Arsenal are a better team. Anyway, Newcastle are on the win right
That's
now.
on his stream as well.
It is, yeah. To Joelinton. Bruno out
Good
towards
girlfriend.
Botman. To Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon to back to Botman to Jamal Lascelles. Newcastle have had the ball for a good few minutes now, but as I said, just the creativity from the Newcastle team that's not been there. Trippier's had 2 amazing crosses in, but nothing's happened since that. Trippier plays the ball into Wilson, who takes control to Almiron. Almiron to Wilson. Longstaff with the overlapping run, but Akanji comes and collects it, and it's being hoofed away by Akanji. De Bruyne wins the header. The Newcastle player slips, but the referee has finally gave a free kick Man City's way. It's about time, ref, to be fair. This Newcastle offence have been all over Man City players, but no card yet still. But it's, Jamal Lascelles slipped and he got De Bruyne by the waist and dragged him down. But it's still not good enough from the referee, in my opinion. It's denying a goal scoring opportunity. Shot like it should be a card. Well, that's just me personally. We just hit the 45th minute mark now.
Front shades like it's sunny.
And there's 2 minutes added on. So I was correct with minimum 2 to 3 minutes, and there's only 2 minutes added on. Rodri. Back towards Diaz. Back towards Edison. Edison. Back to Diaz. Diaz. Back to Edison. Edison to Rodri. Rodri to Diaz. Diaz
Did I actually just
drops the
win
shoulder to Ake. Ake down the wing to Grealish, but loses the ball.
See, she keeps
Gordon.
buying me biscuits, I don't even care about your stream right now, but she bought me biscuits again.
Wonderful.
The
Bruno
boys now.
dipped over the back post to Trippier, who takes a shot,
I
but
really
it gets
didn't-
deflected. Oh no, Almiron, sorry, but it was offside.
This-
And that's it, it's half time. Nothing else to report. The Foden goal is the difference in this game. It was a beautiful bit of skill from Foden though to get past all the players. And it's half time.
Yeah, it looks like I'm just gonna have to lose.
Second half's kicked off. Here we
Our
go.
lass gets a double bed now, yeah, because she's pregnant.
I can't even fit a double bed in here.
I'm just a big girl, so I get a king size. But I had to buy it myself, so.
Edison throws out the ball.
Anything that I have at home, I have to
Down
buy
the wing
myself because
to
I can't
Grealish.
do it without our parents anymore.
Grealish to
What's
Ake.
the move
The
out with
referee
that?
is saying Grealish was offside.
Got a load of shit in here. I've left a load of stuff at home, my pallets and stuff.
It wasn't
Not
offside.
fit in my bag.
I think it was a handball, maybe. I have no idea.
Stuff.
Trippier's over the ball.
Come off behind this side because I slept on this side. It's like my eyeliner came off. That's why this one looks like Primark. Because I just like. Good luck in my palette. You'll love this.
Here's Trippier right now.
Just push it. Ooh.
Over the ball. Trippier whips it in. It's a beautiful ball in, but meets the head of Rodri.
So I used the board, asking what colours they are, teaching the colours.
Here's Trippier down the wing. But an awful, awful ball, and Man City regain possession. It's Haaland to Grealish. Grealish
I've got the morphine
up towards Rodri. Rodri, here we go now.
The revolutionary.
Looks down the wing, passes it to De Bruyne, who's playing on the left wing.
Pallets, it's hard to fit everything in my bag, and I had to
De Bruyne back to Ake. Ake back up towards Diaz. Diaz with a nice little ball into the middle to Foden. And there's Kyle Walker on the overlap. Makes a beautiful run to Gundogan. Gundogan to Rodri. Ake is pushed up the field so much right now. He's practically in the CDM role. To Grealish. Grealish to Ake. Ake to Rodri.
I've got real
Rodri
underneath, but
to Foden.
I've got tire
Kyle Walker's
bells.
offside.
Apparently my dad's tired,
Foden
so
to Grealish.
tire bells go downwards.
Grealish cuts in to De Bruyne on the edge of the D. To Ake. To Grealish again, who cuts in. It's foul, but the referee knew he was looking for it. But to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker all the way back towards Ruben Diaz. Man City are starting to make another play again. To Rodri, to Diaz. Diaz to Gundogan. Gundogan out wide to Walker. Walker back to Diaz. Diaz down to, back to Walker. Walker. Nice little ball into Gundogan. Gundogan cuts in to Rodri. Rodri to Akanji. Man City have no defence right now. I believe that was De Bruyne. De Bruyne to Grealish. Grealish to Ake. Ake tries to get the cross in, but it was a poor ball from Grealish, and Almiron picks up the ball. Passes back towards Trippier. Trippier to Ake and Rodri, both getting a mix up. Haaland's chasing it down, but Nick Pope's there to beat him to it. And it's gone out now towards Stanburn. Stanburn to Gordon. Gordon back towards Botman. Botman plays a beautiful little switch towards Trippier, who cuts in, but the pass is too heavy. Rodri collects it, but Trippier does well to regain from his mistake. Pass it to Bruno. Bruno on the wing to Gordon. Gordon cuts inside, drops a shoulder. Plays a beautiful little ball to Cam Wilson, but Akanji beats Wilson. Akanji out.
So then I can just keep smoking all day.
Akanji to Botman. But that's a ball from Botman. Straight to Foden. Foden to Rodri. Rodri to Ake. Ake back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne back towards Diaz. Diaz to Akanji. Akanji to Rodri. Diaz. Pass what just makes it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne is running. He has Jack Grealish on his left, but the pass is too heavy, and it's gone out for a Newcastle goal kick. Just watching the replay now, Grealish. There's a bit of contact in there, but it's not enough contact to call it for a free kick or penalty. So the referee's choice was the correct one. Nick Pope over the score kick now. Nick Pope smashed up the field to meet Trippier. Trippier to Longstaff, but gets tackled by De Bruyne. To Grealish. Grealish up towards Kyle Walker on the right. Kyle Walker's got Foden in support, and that's who he passes it to. Foden back to Walker. Walker all the way back towards Akanji. Akanji to Diaz. Diaz all the way back towards Edison. Edison looks Ake's in so much space right now. And that's who he passes it to. Ake back to Edison. Edison has got Kyle Walker in space. Edison sees the vision to I believe that was Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker to De Bruyne. De Bruyne back to Akanji. Akanji to Rodri. There's Walker back towards Akanji. Man City right now are just trying to slow the game down, play at their own pace, and here comes Kyle Walker now. Walker to Foden. Foden back to Walker. Walker back to Rodri. Here comes Rodri now on the attack. Down towards Nathan Ake. Ake back towards Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz up towards Rodri. Back to Ake. Ake tries to play a nice little ball to Gundogan but gets intercepted by Longstaff. De Bruyne's just... no, De Bruyne, Pep's just laughing with Grealish there. Ake has to take the throw in now. The referee says no more to Grealish. Grealish back towards Diaz, who just hoofs up the field, which went out of play. It's a Newcastle throw. Trippier to Lascelles. Lascelles to Botman. Botman to Dan Burn. Dan Burn into Joelinton. Sorry, Joelinton plays it all the way back towards Lascelles. Jamal Lascelles takes it under control, sees a pass and makes it towards Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson to Bruno. Bruno.
And I'm going to pass it to Chloe.
Bruno to Trippier. Trippier over the top ball. Tries to get to Almiron, but Ake makes it with the end.
Here again when he's streaming, isn't he? But you can go to Chloe's room. Get out.
Trippier is over this throw-in. Trippier to, I believe that was Longstaff. Botman tries to play a nice little pass but gets intercepted, and there has been a foul, but Man City continue to play on. It's not a head injury, so the referee says it's clear to play. Beautiful ball from Foden to Grealish. Grealish cuts in, shoots, looking for the far post, but just not the right connection, and it goes over the bar. Joelinton right now is having a word with the referee, who seems to be very aggressive towards him. I'm surprised he didn't get booked there. It was very late on Ruben Diaz, to be fair, from Joelinton. I'm surprised he's not been booked for that. But beautiful pass from Foden. Grealish does his usual, cuts inside, tries to whip it around the far post, but just doesn't reach it. Joelinton has been booked, and now he misses the next 2 matches for Newcastle, which is a major problem, seeing how tight it is at the top. But here comes Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker back all the way towards Edison. Edison out. Edison doing a very rare occasion, which is he's whacked it out of play, which is not normally his style. Here's Botman to Lascelles. Lascelles hoofing the ball all the way up towards Almiron. Almiron beats Ake, does a beautiful little touch. Ake, well done, well recovered from Nathan Ake.
Front to like new people. Imagine coming out of the session with me and my girlfriend. Oh my god. You'd be like, Liam, just fucking, I don't know Liam.
Trippier is over the corner. That is a very tall Newcastle team.
What?
15 more minutes until breakfast.
Haaland is marking Joelinton.
Who's your favourite footballer?
Grealish is marking Botman. Dan Burn. Kyle Walker's marking Dan Burn. Kyle Walker.
What's your favourite football team?
Trippier crosses in, but it's headed out beautifully by Gundogan, only to meet a Newcastle defender though, Botman, who makes a poor pass to Foden. And Foden tries his best to skill around Gordon, but it goes out for a Man City throw.
Did you know how many siblings I've got? Got 14. They're all younger than me as well. How old are you? 19. I've got a 19-year-old sister and an 18-year-old sister. And I've got 20 23.
Kyle Walker going for a long throw
24-year-old sister.
towards Haaland,
21-year-old.
who he doesn't meet, but Foden's the second man, De Bruyne over the top ball to Haaland, who and then Haaland drops it in Foden's path, who accidentally handballs it,
12.
and it's just inside the Newcastle half. Like, I'll say the second half of the Newcastle, well, the second part of the Newcastle half. Calvin Phillips is warming up.
Shane's the same age as me, kinda, but I'm older than him.
And there's Botman to Lascelles.
And then there's
Lascelles back to Pope. Pope looking like he might hoof it, but Noyes gave it towards Longstaff. Lascelles smashes up the field, but Ake's there to meet with his head. To Grealish. Ruben Diaz with an unfortunate pass, but regains possession. Newcastle are definitely playing a lot more aggressive than they did in the first half, which is very good to see if you're a Newcastle fan. Here's Foden, who makes a misplaced pass, but successfully collects it back to Rodri. Rodri back towards Diaz. Diaz down towards Ake. Ake to Grealish, but gets intercepted. Almiron, a nice little bit of skill. It's going to the middle towards Bruno.
I don't like my voice.
Bruno to Joelinton. Joelinton out towards Dan Burn, who keeps the ball in play just. And then here's Botman on the ball now.
They end up sending me voice like that. The
Botman
thing that gets me and everybody is the laugh.
to Dan Burn. Dan Burn back to Botman. Botman plays for the switch. That's a beautiful win. I believe that's from Longstaff. And Newcastle on the attack here. Almiron's there. Trippier's on the overlap. Almiron cuts in. Passes it to Joelinton. Back to Almiron. To Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon cuts in. Shoots. And it's deflected. And it's gone over. I believe it is a corner ball. Longstaff has... I think... Is it Longstaff or is it Dan Burn?
Jimmy, is it Jimmy Carr?
Oh, that was... Oh, it's a naughty one between Grealish... Ake and Longstaff. He'll feel that in the morning.
Baby, do the laugh. Do the roar.
Yeah. Longstaff's just casually getting a treatment.
I've never come across it once in my whole life until now. Apart from when I watched Jimmy Carr.
The referee's having words with Ake. Both players were going for the ball. I don't think... but he has been booked. Ake has been booked for the foul on Longstaff.
Stupid. Lost my charger last night. I've charged my phone. Cause I've got work soon. And plugged the charger in, didn't plug my phone in.
We've just reached the L mark in this game. Longstaff seems to be okay. There's no concussion there or anything. ADL's talking to his assistant now. Pep's making sure Longstaff is feeling okay. I think Pep's giving Longstaff a few little tips there, but we restart the game. It wasn't a corner, it was a Man City goal kick. Ake to Gundogan.
It's not fucking lucky when you're trailing hate all over
Gundogan to Ruben Diaz, who skims past Bruno Guimaraes. It wasn't Diaz, it was Rodri, who sets the ball up to De Bruyne. De Bruyne at Foden. Foden tries to cut in, sees Haaland, but just couldn't get a pass through. All that Newcastle players. Newcastle players called for offside, but Haaland didn't do anything there. He just didn't fair play. We're just walking back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne to Haaland, who goes for the volley, and it's just skied over. I'm surprised he didn't exit the Man City stadium. I believe that's Haaland's second shot of the game. Newcastle defence are doing absolutely amazing to mark Haaland. I can't take nothing away from Haaland. I mean, it's Newcastle defence and Haaland.
She's not like that loving. She looks so cute though.
Here's Nick Pope over the ball.
She does like
Nick Pope, who's the ball up the field?
Oh, there you go.
Only to meet a Man City defender with Man City midfield with De Bruyne. But De De Bruyne's header goes to Lascelles, who goes to Botman. Botman passes all the way back to Pope, who then hooks it up the field again. Kyle Walker left it. Akanji's there to collect it with a very, very poor pass, but it did work. Ruben Diaz has come back towards Edison. Edison hooks the ball up the field himself. Tries to find Jack Grealish, but it's gone out of play. Trippier's over throwing right now.
Engine. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stompy funnel, and a crippling addiction to crack cocaine.
That is Thomas the Tank Engine, everyone.
You just say leave it background though.
Engine. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stompy funnel.
I don't know what you were.
De Bruyne was a bit late on Sean Longstaffler, and the referee has gave the free kick.
It's fucking huge.
Over the top ball from Dan Burn to meet Joelinton. Joelinton anti-Gordon. Gordon to Longstaff, which is a beautiful tackle from Grealish, and Joelinton has got to be careful here. Jack Grealish just went past him.
Where from? You've got a dog. Is it a small dog?
Newcastle are making a triple substitution. He's bringing on Joe Willock, Isaac, and Alan St. Maxima on the field. Could this be Newcastle's game changer? Could this be the time Newcastle? And Anthony Gordon's going off, taking nothing away from him. He's played very well today. Very unfortunate not to get a goal. Here we go, Man City restart the game.
I don't know.
Grealish on the left.
No,
Towards Diaz. Diaz
My auntie had one.
to
She was
Akanji.
feeding it normal food. They don't live very long.
Akanji to Diaz.
They're
Diaz.
expensive for a reason.
Into couldn't get the ball to Haaland. And now here come Newcastle on the attack with the player who's just brought on Joe Willock.
100%.
Willock to Almiron.
If you're getting a baby French,
Almiron
you're paying at
tries
least
to cut
£2
inside. Willock's on the right side. He uses him. Beautiful ball in. And Joelinton missed it. It's going to St. Maxima. St. Maxima doing a bit of dancing skills, but just not good enough to Grealish.
He's streaming.
And it's out.
Yeah, he clearly plays games with me as well. He's shot at computer because he can't show no one else.
And there he goes. The ball's gone to Spotman. Newcastle, beautiful bit of play there from Newcastle.
I'm not going to take.
Isaac's on the attack, shoots, beautiful
No,
block.
I've got-
Edison's there, but it's a fumble in the area, and it's out for a Man City. It's out for a Newcastle corner.
I've got.
Trippier, balling, couldn't get past the first man, and it's cleared. Man City could be on the counter with Phil Foden, but Joe Willock does very well there to just regain possession, and it's out for a Man City throw, but that's great from the counter attack from Man City. This is some beautiful football between Willock here. What a cross this is. Joelinton yet again though just didn't put his foot. Even if he just put his foot out there, it would have gone in. Unmarked in the middle. De Bruyne has come off for Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne's played a very good game today, taking nothing away from him. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we would have scored that goal. But anyway, here we go now. Man City have just got the ball inside their half. It's a throw-in. Arcade's looking for options, but Newcastle doing really well to close down these options. Ake tries to throw out a land, but goes over the top. And it's gone. Lascelles has gone all the way back to Nick Pope, who yet again hoofs the ball up the field. Gave it to Akanji. Akanji headers it down, only to meet Botman. Botman tries to play it in the air again, but doesn't work. But it gets intercepted by Akanji. But again, Dan Burn picks up the second ball. Ruben Diaz gets pressure from an over top ball, and it's going out for a Newcastle throw. The Newcastle fans now trying to get behind Newcastle, trying to make them believe in themselves and believe in their team. So here comes Lascelles now on the attack. Nice little chipped over the ball top to Trippier. Trippier takes the ball under control, sees Isaac making a beautiful run, and he gets it. Isaac does a beautiful bit of skill to get past Akanji. Back stick cross. And Maximin were there. He headed it down for Jolinton to try and make the cut in and scored the goal, but he just unfortunately couldn't. Look at it. This is some beautiful skill from Isaac here. Look at that. Akanji just didn't know what day of the week it was. But beautiful ball from Isaac. The header down from St. Maximin could have been better, but it just wasn't. With Man City have cleared the ball, and it's gone out for a Newcastle throw. And Newcastle are really starting to make an impact on this game since they brought on those substitutes. This is it's a great game of football right now. It's a game of chess. Nick Pope hoofs the ball up the field towards Akanji. Towards I believe that's Willock. But Man City are on the counter attack from a poor pass. Grealish is through to Haaland. Haaland to Bernardo Silva, and it's 2! Bernardo Silva has been on the pitch for 4 minutes and he's scored. Get in! Get in! Get in! That's what I'm talking about. That's game, set and match. That's game, set and match. What a beautiful goal.
What a beautiful goal.
What a... Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. That is what I'm talking about. This is a big game for Man City and in the title race, and we've just proven it there. Newcastle, very sloppy football, building it up to the game. It was just super sloppy. I can't explain enough. The Newcastle fans are looking on and saying as if we just conceded there, but it's just been sloppy at times, and this is it. Again, the pressure from Man City, putting pressure on Nick Pope, which makes out a dodgy goal kick. And then Trippier lost the ball and he couldn't regain it back in time. Man City passed the ball way too quick for Trippier to do anything. Haaland with a beautiful assist. Bernardo Silva slips but shoots and it goes in. That's at the far post as well. Should Nick Pope do better there? I think he tried, but I don't think anyone's stopping that. What a goal. Nobody saw that coming. I think Nick Pope could have done better there, but at the end of the day, if you don't, you don't, and if you do, you do. Beautiful goal from Bernardo Silva. 4 minutes he's been on the field and he's made an absolute massive impact. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I want to see. This is some beautiful, beautiful football. And Newcastle now have just kicked off St. Maxima against Kyle Walker, and Kyle Walker's won St. Maxima in a sprint. No one's beaten Kyle Walker in a sprint, mate. No one. Not even Kylian Mbappe, because Kyle Walker's that fast. Edison, yet again though, his distribution this game has not been the best. And he goes out for a Newcastle throw-in. Jolinton picks it up into the midfield to Botman. Botman to Lascelles. To Bruno. Bruno Guimaraes has had a very quiet game. Plays a beautiful ball through to Willock. But what a tackle that is. I believe that's from Ruben Diaz. And now Man City on the attack again with Gundogan. Gundogan's passed out to the left. To Grealish. Grealish is on the ball. Cuts in on the right. Back to Gundogan. Gundogan to Bernardo Silva. Foden back to Silva. And that's a beautiful tackle. Oh, Bruno Guimaraes has just done 2 beautiful tackles to stop the Man City attack and has regained possession for Newcastle. And yeah, Newcastle are trying to play it from the back. But Foden's done St. Maxima. But he's still got the ball. And St. Maxima's done a push in the back. And that is a Man City free kick in a dangerous part. Just outside the edge of the D in the Newcastle half. This is some beautiful territory. But beautiful bit of skill from St. Maxima there. Let out his frustration on Rodri. Which has caused Man City to have this free kick. This is beautiful. Beautiful place if you just want to whip this in. Oh my god. This has been an absolute amazing game to watch. Oh wow, two big Premier League big heads going right at it. Gundogan and Foden are both over this ball. I think Foden's going to whip this in. No, it's not. It's going to be Gundogan, so it's going to be an outswinger into the box. Right into the middle, and it goes through every single player on the pitch, but Ake successfully collects it to Grealish. Grealish tries to do a bit of skill, but gets left out. And then a poor pass again. I believe that's from Longstaff. And Ake picks it up and regains possession. And Man City now are just calming the game down, like they always do when they're in the lead. Just calming the game down, finding the right pass. Here's Rodri now. Passing all the way back towards Ruben Diaz, Ruben Diaz to Grealish, who does a beautiful dink ball over the top to Gundogan. Haaland's marked in the box in the middle, but he just couldn't get it to him. That's a beautiful block from Botman. If Gundogan was a few seconds quicker there, Haaland unmarked in the box, it would have been game over. But look at this, is a beautiful ball from Jack Grealish. Just a nice little chip over the top. And it's a corner to Man City though. Can we make it 3? Can we make it 3? This is the big question. I hope we can, but time will tell. Time will definitely tell. Foden's over the ball now. Giving the signal. It's gone short to Gundogan. Oh no, Bernardo Silva, sorry. To Gundogan. To Kyle Walker. Back to Gundogan. Gundogan whips it in. Oh, but Nick Pope comes out and collects the ball and makes a very large throw. And it started a counter-attack, but Jack Grealish is there doing his bit on the defensive side. And he's just done absolutely brilliant there. Grealish has been absolutely amazing this game, taking nothing away from him. Here comes Grealish again, just dribbling through the Newcastle defence, and he finally gets fouled. And Dan Burn right now is starting on Grealish. I don't know why. Haaland and Dan Burn are going at it, mate. Haaland isn't... Oh, Haaland's fuming. Haaland's going to start in a minute. I don't mess with Jack Grealish, just from Birmingham. We all know what they're like down there. Alexa, stop. I think it's just getting to the point now where the heat is hitting both teams' head, and they just want to just calm it down. Just calm it down. Take a second. Haaland might be getting booked here, which I believe he should be with the way he did get aggressive towards Dan Burn, but I believe Dan Burn should be booked as well. The referee's calling over Haaland and Dan Burn and Jamal Lascelles. I think they're having a word saying, look, it's getting a bit too hot. You guys need to chill out, okay? Right? Haaland has been booked, and so has Dan Burn. They've both been given yellow cards. I think he kicks him in the chest. Grealish obviously said something, and Dan Burn's gone over the top of him, starting something. And Ruben Diaz has been trying his best to take away Dan Burn, but then Haaland comes over, like the Viking he is, and he just starts and something. Look at him just smiling. Look at him just smiling. Oh, Haaland's loving it. The S-Housery. That's what I'm going to say, the S-Housery. What a beautiful bit of just... It's quality, man. This is what football's about, man. I'm loving it. Edison's over the ball. Just to be confirmed, Haaland does get booked, so there goes my points in fantasy now. Nathan Ake passes it to Grealish. Grealish back to Ake. Ake to Gundogan. Gundogan back towards Diaz. Diaz back towards Edison. Edison taking his time as he always does, trying to find the pass. Does nice little ball to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker back to Akanji. Akanji to Rodri. Rodri to Walker. Walker gets pushed by Joelinton, and it stays in the field, and Kyle Walker just stood there waiting for options, and he gets it. Rodri. Bruno Guimaraes comes over and tackles Rodri. They both slapped each other's hands, saying as if, you know, they're both okay. Pep's starting to... Oh, Grealish is starting to go at the fourth official now. Pep's told him to calm down. But we get the game restarted anyway. And here comes Bernardo Silva on the ball, who wins a throwing for Man City. Just inside the Newcastle half. Jacob Murphy is getting warmed up, and I believe Eddie Howe is bringing him on. Game's restarted. Rodri going in the middle. Ruben Diaz running through the midfield to Rodri. Rodri to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker. To Phil Foden. Phil Foden just looking at his options. Back to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker. Oh, sees the gap with Bernardo Silva, but Jolinton does very well defensively to see the pass. Bruno Guimaraes has gone down on the floor, and he's collected the ball for some reason, and it's a yellow card. It's a yellow card to Bruno Guimaraes for a deliberate on ball. I don't know what he was thinking here. I don't think he got touched personally, but it could just be me. No, he just slipped and he handled the ball. Nobody touched him. So I don't know why he went down holding the ball there. I'm guessing it's because he thought someone clipped him. But it's another yellow card in this game. Pep right now looks like he's losing. He's sitting on his bucket. It just looks like he's losing, man. He's bringing in the inner Marcelo Bielsa as Pep. He's bringing the inner Marcelo Bielsa. You know, the godfather of football. The one who Pep learned all this amazing football from. He's taking a breather as Pep. This is such shootable range. I don't know if we are going to go for this shot this time. I think we might try cross it to Haaland. Almiron has gone off and Jacob Murphy is on the field. And Foden's over this. Foden looks like he wants this badly. Nick Pope is on the far right side, far left side of the goal. He's left his right pretty wide open. Gundogan takes a shot and it smiles over the bar. Poor free kick. Poor free kick. We've just reached the 77th minute mark in this game. The two chances what Newcastle have had, they've both been beautiful, beautiful opportunities, but they've just been mistimed or mishit. And Man City have done the deed by scoring 2 goals. Beautiful goal from Bernardo Silva. Beautiful goal from him. Nick Pope restarts the game by smashing it into midfield. Newcastle are now 5th in the league. That is a big drop off. They were 3rd. They are slowly making their way down the table. Man City are 2 points behind Arsenal to this day, but Arsenal do have that extra game today, which could mean a lot in the title race if Arsenal do slip up. That's a beautiful ball from Bruno to Joe Willock. Willock to Jacob Murphy. Murphy wins it, crosses the ball. No one's there. Maximum's last. Oh, Maximum coming in beautifully, fast as all, coming into the back post. But Kyle Walker's there to beat him and clears it out. Look at this. Look how much space Maximum had, but Kyle Walker did so well to get into that position and recover well. It's gone out for a Newcastle corner though, so the danger is not out yet. It's whipped in by Trippier. Edison with the punch. It's back to Joe Willock. Is Joe Willock going to reload this? No, he's passed it back towards Murphy. Murphy has a bit of a run to St. Maxima. St. Maxima with his fast feet does a nice little back heel to Jolinton. Jolinton back down towards, I believe that's Trippier. Trippier with a beautiful ball in from Bruno. Back stick, but nobody touches it, and it's gone out for a Man City goal kick. Akanji did very well there defensively. Just short of 10 minutes left now of this game. Just short of 10 minutes. I can't see there being much added time. I'll say 2-3 minutes again, unless something happens in the next few minutes. But I think this is game over now. I mean, it's not over till the fat lady sings. So, what can we say? But I think this is pretty much game over now. I think Man City are just going to take their time on the ball like they always do. They're going to take even more time on the ball because that's what Man City do best. You know what I mean? So it just comes down to this now. So Edison with a goal kick to Grealish. Grealish gets tackled, but Man City recover well with Ake to Diaz. Diaz to Edison. Isaac is pressuring Edison. Diaz with a missed kick, but Ake does win the ball back, and Ake gives ball back to Diaz. Wow. Diaz hoofs the ball down the wing. Haaland tries to make something, but Lascelles is holding on to him. I think this is just the pure anger and frustration coming from Newcastle right now. Lascelles, to be honest, that should be a yellow card in my opinion. You know, Lascelles had he practically had Haaland in a headlock and dragged him to the floor. That should be a yellow card in my book. But this referee's officiating has not been bad today. I can officially say that this referee has actually done very well. And that's a very rare occurrence in Premier League matches. But it's a very rare occurrence. But yeah, this referee's done very well today, taking nothing away from him. Man City restart by taking the free kick. Kyle Walker to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva cuts inside, does a bit of trickery to beat Joelinton. Here comes Rodri now. Rodri back to Bernardo Silva. Foden making a run down the wing. But Bernardo goes all the way back towards Akanji. Akanji now drops a shoulder. Back towards Diaz though. Diaz collects the ball. Diaz makes a beautiful ball to Foden with a beautiful touch. Foden still has the ball. And he passes it away to Ake. Man City could get another attack here. And it's passed to Grealish. Grealish back to Ake. Ake tries to go for the cross, but it's been blocked and it's out for another Man City corner. This has been some beautiful football from Man City today. I'm taking nothing away from them, but we should have at least conceded. Newcastle very, very unlucky not to score, but Newcastle should have scored at least twice this game. But taking nothing away. Dan Burn and Ruben Diaz having a bit of a kerfuffle in the box. Foden over it, whips it in, but it meets a Newcastle head. But at the back stick is Grealish. There's a bit of trickery and Rodri takes the ball off of him. But he keeps the ball as well. He slips, but he also keeps the ball. Grealish tries to do a bit of skill, doesn't get past him. Rodri does well to win the ball back, but it's gone into the hands of Nick Pope. Here comes Nick Pope now with a throw, drilled it across the floor to St. Maxima, but it gets intercepted by Rodri, and then it gets to Akanji. Akanji to Diaz to Walker. Walker back to Akanji. Akanji all the way down towards nobody. And Man City have just gave the ball away cheaply again there. And right now Newcastle are pushing down the wing, but that's a beautiful tackle. I believe that's Rodri again, and that's another foul on Joelinton again. I don't know how many warnings this ref gave Joelinton. He's already on a yellow. Newcastle fans are watching in. I mean, they look like they're in Happy Land right now. To be fair, they're all like, but. Oh God, put the shirt back on, mate. Put the shirt back on, please. Eddie out looking over his team right now, trying to give them the motivation just to grab maybe one more goal back. But Man City are having none of it. They're keeping the ball. Here we go now with Kyle Walker. Passes, gets blocked, but gets recovered by Foden. By Bernardo Silva, does a beautiful turn. Gets knocked out for Man City throwing inside the third half of the Newcastle half. It's been all action this game, ladies and gentlemen. All action. Pep right now again sitting on his bucket, mate. He's sitting on the bucket. Marcelo Bielsa would be proud. But here comes for Man City now. And the commentators just mentioned Marcelo Bielsa as well as soon as I mentioned it. But here comes Kyle Walker now to Rodri. Rodri tries to make a nice little pass to Bernardo Silva, but it's overhit. And Joe Wilk does get the interceptions to Bruno Guimaraes now. Bruno could have made the pass, but instead he's gone backwards to Jamal Lascelles. Jamal Lascelles to Botman. Botman up towards Dan Burn. Dan Burn now holding the ball back towards Botman. Botman back towards Lascelles. Lascelles is trying to find a pass, but he's passed it back to Botman. Botman back. He's asking for some support or options because there isn't any, and Botman's just holding the ball up. He's finally passed it to Lascelles, but Lascelles just gave it straight back to Botman because the pressure from Man City is just getting too much, and it's gone out for a Man City throwing in the third half of Newcastle. Kyle Walker was thinking of a quick throw, but he throws it all the way back towards Akanji. Akanji on the ball now, just making sure all nerves are gone. Ruben Diaz to Ake. Ake into Grealish. Grealish gets pushed from behind, and it is a foul. Grealish is denying Kieran Trippier's hand gesture there. Both of them are having words, I think. A little bit of banter, and here comes Matt Target. the ex-Southampton man. Eddie Howe's bringing on a defender. Maybe taking off Trippier or maybe Dan Burn, because I don't think he wants to see Dan Burn get a red. Because he might see, Eddie Howe might see red in his player. Ake to Grealish. Here comes Grealish now, running down the wing. Grealish to Gundogan. Beautiful bit 1-2 to Haaland. Back to Grealish. Grealish to Foden. Foden! Oh, shoots, but what a save by Nick Pope. It could have been 3. Great save by Nick Pope. Only if Foden lofted it, so instead of drilling it into the floor, if he lofted it a little bit and went round the keeper, I think he would have scored. But beautiful little play between Grealish, Gundogan and Haaland there. And Foden just, he placed it a bit too much and not much power on it. Pope got a good glove to it. It's gone out yet again for another throw. Yep, Dan Burn has gone off for Matt Target. Here come Man City now. From the throwing. Joelinton putting loads of pressure on Rodri, but it's just not enough strength, and Rodri still collects the ball and passes it to Ake. Ake makes a pass back towards Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz passes back towards Edison. Kyle Walker's then support. Edison doesn't, a weird pass, but it worked. Kyle Walker just had to hoof it there. And Man City kind of invited pressure on themselves here, which is not a good sign for us, but here comes Bruno Guimaraes now, passing it towards Jamal Lascelles. Lascelles drops a shoulder, tries to give Newcastle the start of the attack. Here comes Trippier. Over the top ball towards Isaac, but Kanji's out to meet it to Gundogan. Gundogan to Haaland. Haaland towards Ake. Ake to Rodri. And it's just the triangle plays. It's just the triangle plays what they're doing right now. It's beautiful. Akanji up the field. I believe that's Joelinton. Joelinton makes the interception. Isaac to Joe Willock. Joe Willock's looking like he's going to take a shot, but to Jacob Murphy. But what a ball again! A beautiful ball across the goal of Man City. Isaac was there, but he couldn't get enough on it, and it's gone out for a Newcastle throw, because I believe it's Kyle Walker yet again making that interception. Here comes Bruno Guimaraes to Willock. To Trippier. Trippier gets set up, goes for the cross, but gets blocked. And Man City are trying their best now just to get it out of play. The ball hit off Jack Grealish did well, hit the ball off Jacob Murphy, and it's gone out for a Man City goal kick. 2 minutes left of this game. Nice one with the goal kick to restart the game. Gone out for a Man City throw-in because it came off Newcastle defender who intercepted the goal kick. Haaland's been very quiet this game. He's been very quiet. The most action he's seen is when Dan Burn went up to him and squared up with him. I can't get words out.
Hi.
Hi. It's Cam Wilson now watching over. Joelinton to Haaland. Haaland holding the ball in the corner, and it goes out for a Newcastle goal kick. Never mind, it's gone out for a Man City corner. Thought that was a goal kick, but oh no, I think he's given a free kick to Man City. No, it is a Man City corner. I was wrong and mistaken. Man City and Haaland now mainly Haaland. He's just buying time in the corner now. It's just 4 minutes added time. That's it's quite a few minutes, but Man City are just doing what every other world-class team will do. Holding the ball in the corner. That's out for another Man City corner. Haaland and Jack Grealish are loving this. With the massive smiles on their face, they're loving it. Jamal Lascelles has finally been booked as well. Complaining to the referee about...
Really?
Well, St. Maximus... I think St. Maximus has, unfortunately, picked up an injury or something. And Haaland's just... And it's now for another Man City corner. The Man City fans are loving it. Look at Haaland with the biggest smile on his face.
Running about, you've now got to worry about another one running about. Let them shoes fit you.
Here we go. Man City on the attack
We'll
again.
put you there.
Lascelles
Look how cute these
tries to
are,
over
man.
the top
Oh my god.
to Rodri. Rodri up the right side to Walker.
Let me get one out. Show you.
Walker back towards Akanji. Akanji back towards Edison. Edison
Look how cute these are, mate.
to Rodri.
They're adorable.
Rodri to Kyle Walker.
He bought me them. I sent
Kyle Walker
I sent him this thing that says
makes a bad pass.
if you buy me 40 different roses, I'll give you 40 different positions.
And there's 50 left.
And there's 50. There's 50.
That's a foul on Newcastle. Gundogan
I'm
bit late
fully
on time.
out of them.
Can Newcastle cost Man City a clean sheet with this late free kick? Only time will tell.
Does that mean that I'm Toby's godmum as well?
My game's coming apart, mate.
Savannah! You come say hi to...
Trippier's over, takes a shot, and Edison collects it and keeps hold of it. That should be it now. That should be game over. The free kick took at least a minute to take.
Call your dog weird.
Oh, it hit Ruben Diaz on the inside, and that is it. Game over. Man City have successfully won Newcastle, and that's going to be in this watch along. Man City absolutely played amazing. Pep giving how some words of wisdom there. Thank you all for watching The Ball for All YouTube channel. It's been me, your boy, Webster, and I'm off.